Hello everybody, Jason Napalm here with a testosterone TRT update video. Okay, so I've been getting quite a few comments on one of my videos, which was my TRT update 6 months, and one guy in particular was asking how TRT, if it can help with anxiety, in reducing anxiety. Now, if you just take a quick Google on the internet, you'll see for yourself that it does say that TRT can help with anxiety, it can help lessen the effects and so forth. And so doctors and medical professionals do say on the internet that sometimes the cause of a person suffering from anxiety that is chemical based, chemical based. And what I mean by chemical based, I mean it's your brain is not producing enough of the hormone. Okay, it's not producing enough of the hormone testosterone in order to bring your body into balance. Anxiety can be caused in a number of different ways. Not only am I into fitness and nutrition and hold a diploma in those professions, but also I hold a diploma in psychotherapy, neuroscience, neuroplasticity, and I'm currently doing a course in neuropsychology as well. Neuroscience is very interesting. I find it very interesting. And with anxiety, what we've got to understand is that there's at least two causes for anxiety. There's situational anxiety and nature nurture, and then there's chemical. Okay, now if the anxiety is caused chemically, it's a neurological problem, not a mental illness. Okay, it results, so to speak, in a mental illness. But if you have a neurological problem, like I'm on the autistic spectrum, so what I've got is a neurological situation here, a neurological deficiency or problem, whatever you may want to call it. It's not a mental health issue. It wasn't caused through a situation or circumstance in my life. So what you've got to do first of all is consider, is my anxiety caused by the environment I'm in? Is it a situation I'm in causing this? Or am I happy in my circumstances? Like me, I'm happy in my circumstance. I'm married, I've got children, and I've got everything going for me that I want in life. Okay, just a simple, straightforward life, and I'm happy with that. So there isn't anything in my family or in my situation or environment that is causing me to be anxious. Yet I can get panic attacks and so forth if I'm put into certain situations. So, understand it's a neurological problem. We then begin to look at how testosterone comes into this. And when I had my testosterone checked, my free testosterone, in the United States, I believe they say free testosterone should be between 10 nanoliters, I think it is, and 35. And mine was like 6.7. So straight away you could see that my testosterone was low. And my testosterone's been low all my life. So that would have been a neurological chemical cause for me perhaps to have anxiety, because when I began to first experience anxiety, it seemed to come for no reason. There wasn't anything particular in my life at that time that I would have pinpointed as a cause of the anxiety. It just seemed to come in my late teens and then into my early 20s and carried on from there. So if you've got anxiety and it hasn't been diagnosed by the doctor as a neurological cause, such as autism or any of the other things like that, then looking back on your situation, your circumstances, okay, that could be the cause. But going back to neurological, that would mean that it's probable that you've got low testosterone. So get that checked. Once you've had your testosterone checked, then doctors can confirm whether it's low testosterone. Now, get into the nitty gritty of, does it help with anxiety? Well, as I said, it says on the internet it does. My experience is that I don't know. This is 8 months in. 8 months I've been on TRT now. I don't know whether it's decreased the symptoms of anxiety, but it certainly has given me more confidence in controlling and managing the anxiety. Whereas before, I would be terrified of having a panic attack and making a public fool of myself. That was the biggest thing. With the panic attacks, I didn't really think I was going to die. I knew I wasn't going to die. I didn't think I was having a heart attack. I didn't have any of them things. For me, it was looking stupid in front of people, and I couldn't bear that. So I would avoid situations that could provoke a panic attack in case I looked foolish, if you get me. And some of you may have the same thing. So that's the way that was. Now, with the confidence boost from the TRT, and I'm only on a low dose. I mean, my dosage was 100 millilitres 1 week, 75 millilitres the following week. Now I'm actually down to 50 millilitres a week. I take it twice a week, Monday and Friday, with the gel. Just rub it on my chest. So I'm on a very low dose. But even on that low dose of 100 millilitres and the other dose of 75 millilitres the following week, my testosterone level went from 6.7 up to 52. And free testosterone in the UK is meant to be around 6 to 31, 7 to 31, 6. In America, 10 to 35. So I was on low testosterone. But as you can see, even on that low dose, my testosterone went up by 4 to 5 times. It went up extremely high. I haven't got any acne. I haven't got any side effects from this higher manifestation of TRT in my system. So that's really good. So with this confidence boost, I've found that I feel more in control. Like when I feel the anxiety trying to come over me, I'm like, no, I'm going to fight this. I'm not having this. Whereas before I'd sort of back away a bit and think, I can't deal with this. This is like too crippling. When I had anxiety to the extreme, I would freeze. You got the fight, flight that you heard of, that you hear about, but there's also freeze. Freeze is when you just go like a statue. You can't move, and it's like the animals when they get afraid, they'll either fight, they'll run, or they'll just freeze. And I remember seeing this little baby mouse in my house one time, and I thought, oh wow, what's that? Something on the floor. I looked, the little baby mouse didn't move, it was just frozen. I went up to it, sort of touched it. It was still alive, but it was absolutely frozen. And thinking that's how it was for me. When I got into certain situations, I would just freeze up, my muscles would lock. Someone would say, we need to move, and I couldn't move. You'd have to pick me up and move me. It was very embarrassing. So the TRT has given me confidence to think, no, I'm not going to let this beat me. Someone said in an article that I was reading about with TRT is that people who are taking it and have a high testosterone or a respectable amount of testosterone in their body, you will find that they are fighters, that they fight, not punching people's faces in, but when they come up against a situation, they're 70% more likely to go back into that situation or go back to that challenge and keep battering it until they win. Okay, it increases your determination being on TRT to do that, and that's what I found. I found like, no, I'm not having this. So just to finish up the video, it does help with anxiety. As I said, does it lower the symptoms? I'm not quite sure, because I do certain methods and techniques to manage the anxiety anyway. So, and I'm on citalopram, 40 milligrams of citalopram. I'm on beta blockers, propranolol, both which are for anxiety. So that would help. I find that citalopram helps with racing thoughts, because if I don't take any antidepressants, my brain goes on overdrive. I just can't shut it up. And that's probably something to do with the autism, causing me to think just excessively. So the citalopram helps me to be able to slow my thinking down enough for me not to be bombarded with thoughts. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, TRT and anxiety. Yeah, I am definitely finding it helps a lot. So I recommend that. Hopefully, if the guy who mentioned it in my comments on the last video, one of the videos I've done, if he's watching this, hopefully it'll be of help. And yeah, so yeah, go for it. Definitely get your testosterone checked if you are suffering from anxiety, and take it from there. Okay, well, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Please share this video with whoever you feel can who may be benefited by it. Feel free to click on subscribe and like. And I really do enjoy people leaving comments. I find that when people leave comments, it's not only encouraging for me because it's like, oh wow, someone's listening, watching this video, but also you'll see other people in the comments come in and they help as well. Some of you guys that are watching this video, you got insights that I haven't got. So when you put your comments in there, I'm like, oh wow, yeah, that's a good point you've got there, and I'm glad that you commented because I didn't cover that, but this other person's benefited from your comments. So yeah, there we go. Have a great day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.